What up, everybody? All right, so we got a video here today of another illegal alien in California that killed two people in a hit and run, and California wants to just release him. And this is absolutely insane, and there's already been updates to this, so let's check this out.
Consequences of an unsecured border. Hi, Bill. Been waiting to talk to you all morning.
Yeah, Dana, good morning to you. This illegal alien had a lengthy rap sheet here in California long before he ever killed these two California teenagers. He's got several felony convictions on his record, several convictions for driving without a license, but he was still out and about on California's roads. And this young American couple.
This happens all the time in California. I know someone that got hit by an illegal alien with no insurance, no registration, no nothing. The dude totaled his work vehicle, and while they were waiting there, he had to call the cops because it was his work car. Bro calls up some random guy, comes, picks him up. He just leaves the totaled car there, just bounces. Boom, gone, done.
Ended up paying the price for that, and now their killer is getting an early release. It was November 2021, a fiery collision on an Orange County freeway. A young couple dead, and the driver who crashed into them, a twice-deported illegal alien from Mexico with multiple felonies, in custody for being drunk, high, and speeding at nearly 100 miles per hour.
I get a knock on the door, and there's two police officers.
The pain written all over the face of Pavel Osokin, as he recalls being told his son Nikolai and his 19-year-old girlfriend Anya Varfolomeev, friends since they were kids, were gone.
They told me there was a horrible incident. My son and his girlfriend, Anya, basically were burned alive in their car.
She was my daughter.
Anya's father, Anatoly, got a similar knock on the door that night.
He said Anya's name. I said, yes, it's my daughter. My wife came downstairs and she was screaming and crying. She said, no, 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 no.
In spring of 2022, a jury convicted Oscar Eduardo Ortega Anguiano on 2 counts of gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated. A judge sentenced him to 10 years. But on Easter Sunday,
10 years.
The family say they received this notice from the California Department of Corrections that on July 19th, he'll be getting out.
2 years for killing 2 kids. It's confusing to me.
Drunk.
Why you give them 10 if they're going to spend 5 and then 3?
Yeah, 2 young, productive American citizens killed for nothing. And that illegal immigrant who already has been deported twice is going to be released again?
In a statement, the Department of Corrections wouldn't confirm the release, but said in part, quote, incarcerated persons may earn credits for participating in rehabilitative programming, which may move their parole dates to an earlier date. Anya and Nikolai's families are now sending letters to the state, calling.
What could this guy... This is like California liberalism, progressivism at its finest right here. You can drive around drunk with nothing, be a twice-deported illegal alien, and instead of actually, just getting rid of the guy, doing something, let's just keep him here, have him serve barely any time, and then just let him go.
Ortega Anguiano to serve his full sentence.
All those dreams were cut short just by one person who was not even supposed to be on that freeway.
Yep.
I will never forgive this guy. Never, ever.
Shouldn't.
I hope he's going to stay in prison. I hope he's going to get old in prison. And I hope he's going to get kicked out from our country in the end.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready?
You scammed.
100
And Dana, ICE confirms to Fox News they have placed a detainer on this illegal alien with the California Department of Corrections. Their hope is that the state will transfer him to their custody upon his release from prison in July. As for the victims' families, they're now left wondering, what are 2 lives worth here in the state of California? They say apparently only a little more than 3 years. Listen,
because they don't care about people. They don't care about the victims. They only care about, they think the criminals in California, the criminals are the victims. That's what people don't get. The criminals, he had to come here illegally twice because he was fleeing, not having a job where he makes money. Oh my God, he's such a victim. Let's let him kill more people. California's so ass backwards. It's a progressive nightmare. Like, and people that move from California, they move from California to like Florida and Texas, and they don't want them there because they go, oh, you're from California. They're going to try and bring their politics with them there. Like, the people in the neighborhoods, they're like, well, why are you moving to our neighborhood? Go to the town over or something. We don't want you here. That's how toxic California has become. Is they don't even want you there. Even if you're like, no, we left because it sucks over there. No, we don't care. Just go somewhere else. You suck.
Bill Melugin, thank you.
So Tom Homan joins us from the North Lawn White House. And sir, thank you for your time today. There's a lot to get to, and I know for a lot of our viewers, we're covering a lot of different cases that involve very different people in different parts of the country and different states. Just react to Bill's reporting right there from California first. Let's begin there.
Well, look, you know, Bill, everybody asks why I get so emotional on network TV, why I get emotional when I testify, because I've met hundreds of angel moms and dads and hear every story. I'll never forget any of those stories. It's just a tragedy. But I'll make this commitment right now. I'll work with Secretary Noem on this case, and I guarantee you, if they don't honor a detainer, we have ICE agents outside that facility to take custody of this individual and deport him. He's been deported several times, which means he's a felon. Re-entry the country at the form of deportation is a felony. We will prosecute him and we will deport him. I'll make that commitment. I'll work with Secretary Noem to make sure that happens.
I want to bring up one other thing before.
So now we've gotten an update because people are outraged from this, that they would let this fucking piece of shit go. And rightfully so. Like, it's insane that these progressive shithole Democrat-ran cities, that they want to be a sanctuary for these people. Like Boston, the mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu, is a fake Christian. She says, oh, we're the safest city. We're the safest city. Look up how many pedophiles have gotten arrested since the ICE did their raids there. They are leading the whole, like, out of every shithole progressive Democrat-ran city, Boston has the most pedophiles that are getting arrested. And she says it's safe. Yeah, it's safe to harbor pedophiles in. Pedophiles feel safe in Boston. They know that they can sit there and get away with diddling little kids and nothing will happen to them. So you're literally creating a safe haven for pedophiles.
Meanwhile, a twice-deported illegal alien convicted of killing 2 California teens in a DUI crash is set to be released after serving just a fraction of his sentence. Bill Melugin is live in Los Angeles with the exclusive. And you spoke, Bill, with the victims' families.
I did, John. As you can imagine, they are angry and they are frustrated. The illegal alien who was convicted of killing their kids was sentenced to serve 10 years in prison.
Still not
They
enough.
were just notified by the state of California that
5
they plan
years
to
each.
release him early after only 3.5 years into that sentence. 3.5 years for 2 lives. In a statement, the Department of Corrections wouldn't confirm the release, but said in part, quote, incarcerated persons may earn credits for participating in rehabilitative programming, which may move their parole dates to an earlier date. Anya and Nikolai's families are now sending letters to the state, calling for Ortega Anguiano to serve his full sentence.
All those dreams were cut short just by one person who was not even supposed to be on that freeway.
I will never forgive this guy. Never, ever.
I hope he's going to stay in prison.
And just a short time ago, the U.S. Attorney here in Los Angeles announced that once California releases this illegal alien, his office will prosecute him on federal charges for felony illegal reentry. U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley says, quote, my office has filed a felony immigration case against this defendant. He faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted. If the state of California will not seek the full measure of justice against this individual, the Justice Department will.
Good.
So a little bit of a shot across the bow to the state of California there, John. We'll send it back to you.
You really get a sense of the parents' grief and outrage there. Bill Melugin for us. Bill, thank you. Sandra?
Yeah.
Joining us now is Caroline Leavitt, White House press secretary, and our hearts just break for these families that are affected by these horrific crimes. And now to think that that twice deported, now convicted criminal, someone who was here illegally, was able to kill 2 teenagers and will walk free. What does the White House say about that? Caroline, welcome.
Well, first of all, listening to the heartache from those 2 parents is truly heartbreaking, and our hearts are with them. And not only are we praying for them, but this administration is taking action. The Department of Homeland Security and ICE have already said that a detainer has been put on this individual if he is to be released, and he will immediately be transferred into ICE custody, we hope, if the state of California complies. And if not, the Department of Justice will be seeking a conviction against this man, where he will spend time in federal prison for taking the lives of those 2 young Americans. So these results speak for themselves. President Trump is not going to tolerate illegal immigrant crime. And this individual case represents everything that is wrong with our immigration system. This individual was twice deported, but was allowed back into our country by the previous administration, took the lives of 2 young Americans, and is now barely facing any consequences. We will not tolerate it. We will not stand for that, and we will continue to enforce our nation's immigration laws and ensure that illegal immigrants who not only break our nation's immigration laws, but then further commit heinous acts of violence against law-abiding American citizens in our country are held to the fullest extent of the law.
We're gonna get some justice, so I mean, what else can you ask for? The guy is killing people out here, and California's just gonna let him go. And they weren't even going to deport him. They were just going to let him go so he can just terrorize the streets of America again. Like, this is the progressive mind virus in full effect right here. Well, let's just let him out. He only killed 2 people, and he's committed multiple felonies. And the guy likes to drive drunk. He's twice deported illegal alien. Who cares? Who cares? These people make me sick, bro. Every time. Let me know what you think, man. Peace. I'm out.